So what makes you different is you are you. And I'm going to quote Dr. Seuss, but you are you and no one is truer than you. Or, you know what I mean? You are you and no one is truer than you in a way. So don't overthink what makes me different. What makes you different is who you are, what you bring to the table, how you be with people. And by the way, speaking of ego and everything like that, it's who you are in your house, the same as who you show others who you are. Because if that's incongruent, that's also not going to fly either. So you have to become one in alignment with who you show it in your house to one person, who you show it to the other person, and just remain who you uniquely are at the core. And everybody has that alignment with themselves, I think.
Yes.
Lisa, hi, thanks. Yeah, I agree with what everyone's saying. This is such an interesting topic, and this question is good. Is the goal to get rid of the ego? No, not really. The challenge is more aligned internally. Being in the present moment is what really gets rid of the ego, because your ego is all your false beliefs and narratives that were created when you were a child. So fighting with your ego just makes it stronger. You're actually like declaring war on it, and you make it the enemy. And once you make it the enemy, it becomes bigger than you, and your whole life is more thoughts of, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. And you start fighting this war in your head. So you have to choose your thoughts. For example, if it's what I was saying earlier, oh, it's another soul-sucking day. Look at it, it's raining outside and it's so cold, or whatever it is. I hate this. You could look at it going, oh, wait, look, there's raindrops. How beautiful and romantic this is. And let me grab my cup of coffee and turn on the fireplace. It's all in the way you think of it. You can't just say, oh my God, it's bad. Okay, I'm going to pretend it's good. I'm going to pretend I like rain. That's not really what it's about. It's about being in reality. It's raining. That's a fact. So then dissecting it and going, oh, what can I find that I like about it? Keep it real. Then suddenly you're free once you could just be in the moment, be in the now, and what is what's happening and what's the solution, not the drama, because all the drama is your, what I call imposters. And you could change from your imposters. Instead of making them, you could choose, are they your saboteurs or your superpowers? So your thoughts, you can make them your superpowers by being in alignment with them and being, in the moment and what is, or you can make them your saboteurs of trying to fight with them and be at war, and you're not right and I'm right. And so it's all about mindset, being in the moment, being thoughtful, and being aligned in the present moment.
Thank you, Lisa. Ying or
I just want to thank you so much for opening the floor up to this discussion. I just want to just add on to everything that everyone has said so beautifully, that I would actually say what I echoed with, I would echo Lisa's words, because I think there is a need to realize that the ego is something we need to embrace. It is a part of us. And in my case, when I work with a client, it's about how we can unattach from the mind to realize that you have a mind, or the ego, that is the high functioning mind. That is my definition. It could be different for everyone. And that you are not the mind. You're not that ego. And to be able to observe the little things that the ego is doing, we would say, okay, that is what's happening, but that is not really authentically me. And so what exactly is going on here? And I think the emphasis I want to just put on is that we have to embrace the ego as part of us, because the more we try to suppress it, it's like a little child, you want to put it in the corner, it's just going to make more noise. So that's where I would stand on this one. So thank you.
If I can just add, it's about integrating the ego into the soul and having that really well-rounded perspective of everything, as opposed to operating from the ego. There's a really big difference between those two. But no, we don't destroy the ego. We integrate it into ourselves and love it and make it part of who we truly are on the energetic level.
Sabrina?
I just want to add one thing, and then we're going to go to Tessa. But to use my example again and bring the highlight to that. So when I was feeling like I was doing things wrong. That was me like comparing, that was me competing, that was me trying to perform for validation, like highlighting that I had done something wrong and me feeling wronged in that, when in essence, what I should have been doing, and which I did pivot to, is that my validation or my worth doesn't need to be proven. And that's what we're really trying to do, is like, it's okay to show up in ego. I did that, but the idea is to be able to shift. And that's the whole point of it. And we're doing that all day, every day. But it's having conversations like this with ladies like you who get us to acknowledge and be aware of it. It's not that it's bad. It's that you can be aware of it, acknowledge it, and then shift. I think is the main kind of takeaway that I'm kind of getting from this.